Hi, I'm Mike Wiskus with Lucas Oil and Lucas Oil Air Shows. I just want to say that this is a tough time for everyone, and I'm sorry for anybody that's lost anyone that's important to them or actually any friends. Yeah, these are just crazy times. There's no question about it. I've had a good season in terms of season off. I've stayed healthy, riding my Peloton, and trying to watch what I eat, trying to be ready for the season. We have lost part of the season already. We're not sure how much is going to be gone. I know that it's up to June right now. We still have a June show that's scheduled. We did lose the St. Louis show, which is kind of a bummer. I'm staying positive. You know, we had 22 shows scheduled, I believe. So even if we lose a quarter of them, we have a great season. I'm praying that it doesn't go beyond July. We'll see what happens. We'll do what the president wants us to do, but I'm pretty positive about it, very optimistic, and I'm ready to fly. The airplane was put together once before for the 2020 season, but we've changed a few things. We took the engine back off. We're checking a couple other things, doing some repairs on some fabric that we wanted to get caught up on, but the 2 months off over the 1920 season over December and January wasn't enough time. So this actually bought us a little time to do some extra stuff. So we're pumping up the engine a little bit more, a few repairs on the fabric, checking the steel, getting ready for 2020. So I'm just going to show you a little bit here of what we're doing, kind of a project. This coronavirus, as unfortunate as it is, actually bought us a little time to do some extra stuff. I've got this airplane totally apart, but what's amazing about it, it's all designed to come apart quickly and to be put back together quickly. As far as its condition right now, we can have this airplane back together, up and running and flying in 4 to 5 days. So it looks like, oh my gosh, it's all apart. It's not. It's mostly side panels. The engine's off. And I've got over here, you can see I have 2 engines. This happens to be my spare engine. This was last year's engine. I put about 300 hours on it. That's our standby engine in case the main engine now that's being finished at Bulldog is done. So worst case scenario, if that is any more delay, I'll put the spare engine back on and do the shows that I need to. We have parts, we have stuff all over the place, and you can see that it is really somewhat organized the way that we do this. So it makes it really easy to pull it off, put it back together. And this corner is for the Lucas Oil pits. If you look at the big hangar, let me just give you a little look around here. This is, we call this the man cave. This is a little hangar in Buffalo, Minnesota. It's not the main facility that I have for the shop. This is just where I keep all my stuff. So if you look at these wings here, this is a J3 Cub project. The fuselage is already done in another hangar, but I got my wings in here. In this section here, you'll see the plane skate. I do assembly of a tool that I invented a few years ago, and it's an aircraft flat tire dolly. We've got the large ones and the small ones, so we keep that over here. And then I've got my Cessna 340. This is the plane that I use to fly around, and I should show you this. This is kind of a fun airplane. If you look at it, it's pressurized, turbocharged, 29,000 foot service ceiling on it, and I've got 1 seat out of it. It's just a fun airplane to fly, and I fly it all over the place. So the Cessna 340, that's kept in here also. And of course, I got to show you one other thing here, and I've had this car since I was 15 years old. I got the transmission totally rebuilt, But I've had this car since I was 15. I paid $500 for it when I was 15 years old, and I managed to keep it. Wow, how will coronavirus affect our future? My fear is that that word that we've really never used before, social distancing, is going to be a huge factor in our lives. I like to shake hands. I like to give hugs. I like to be next to and talk to and be around people. I love people. That's what I love to do. So to have to stand back 6 feet, to have to bump a shoulder or tap a foot or whatever we do, who would have thought we'd have to do such things? So this really caught us all off guard. It's going to put a lot of questions in a lot of people's minds, I think, in the next 6 months to a year, and how we're actually going to social distance. Shane, my youngest boy, Shane Wiskus, he's kicking butt in gymnastics. He's doing very well. This season, because of the corona, of course, the NCAA put a stop to all the competitions for the college side of it. He did have a chance to do the America Cup in Milwaukee. Sam McCulloch and Shane Wiskus were competing against 10 or 12 other countries. I can't remember how many it was, and they did extremely well. My son's 21, probably the youngest one out there, and he ended up in 4th overall, which was pretty spectacular. And also, we just found out last night that he did get MVP athlete for gymnastics through, I think it was the NCAA. Very proud of my son, and the Olympics, of course, is canceled, which was kind of devastating for him. He had this wallboard that he kept changing the day every day to make the countdown to the Olympics. And he did a video the other day where he pulled all the numbers off and started over for the next for 2021, which he started that originally, I think, when he was 12 or 13 years old. So it was kind of emotional when we saw him do that change, but still kind of a positive that he changed it to the 2021. He did say that it's going to give him a chance to work on some of the skills that he's wanted to work on and increase his skill level. So he's staying positive. I'm beyond proud. I'm amazed by his desire and his drive. So yeah, it's pretty amazing, and it's a fun ride. I've seen a lot in my life, and you always get through it. This too will pass. We've all heard that, but it's true. Is it going to leave some scars and some marks? Absolutely. Is it going to make us stronger? Is it going to change some things in our lives and make us realize what's really important and what's not? Absolutely. And will it bring this country closer together? I hope so. We'll get through this. This will pass. There will be other things down the road, but this type of a catastrophe or a plague or whatever you want to call it is only going to make us stronger for the next one. That's all it's going to do.